Okay, so how do we make Brussels sprouts taste good? Simple. We need some pork in there. Pan here, got my pan nice and hot. Now I'm going to add this is some of my cured pork jowl, little guanciale. If you don't have this, you can use some bacon. You can use some pancetta. You could even use some prosciutto in here. And what we're trying to do is we're trying to make these taste good by using this. So that little bit of olive oil, I've added in my cured pork jowl. I want to cook this now. I want to start crisping this up a little bit, releasing all that fat. So the cured pork jowl here, I mean, you can see this is a whole lot of fat in there, and that's going to be what we roast the Brussels sprouts in. It's going to have that beautiful, that porkness, that fattiness, the saltiness of the cure. There's some garlic and some thyme in the cure we did on the jowls. All that's going to go into the Brussels sprouts. So while this is crisping up, I also have my oven preheated to 375 degrees because this will finish up in the oven. And you can see as well, I've also halved all my Brussels sprouts. The smell in here is absolutely stunning right now, just with this pork jowl. And this is something I use a lot of. I love it in pastas. You could probably find this if you can find an Italian food market. I know, like out in Vancouver, there's Bosa Foods. Some different delis will be able to get this for you. Some specialty butcher shops. Maybe down the road we'll even do a quick video, a little tutorial on how to make your own, because it is very simple. We're starting to get some crisping action going here. I'm just going to turn down the heat just a touch. Starting to splatter up at me a little bit. And you can start to see some of this fat that's coming out of here now. So I'm going to keep this recipe very, very simple. It's one we used to do a lot for our Thanksgiving, our Christmas take-home dinners. So this can be made ahead of time, and it reheats very, very well. We keep it simple. They're going to have the pork jowl, the pancetta, some salt and pepper, and I think I'm going to finish this off with a little bit of freshly shaved Parmesan as well. But you don't need a lot with this. You're getting so much from buying good quality cured pork jowl. You don't need to add a lot of stuff to this. All about technique here. So now we can kind of start seeing, we're getting a fair bit of fat coming out of here. Now I am just going to leave the jowl meat in here. And then I am going to throw in my Brussels sprouts. We're going to stir that around. Get that coated in all that beautiful, beautiful fat. Now I'm going to hit it with just a touch of salt, because depending on what you're using, it's already going to have a little bit of saltiness to it. And then if I'm going to finish with Parmesan cheese, it's salty as well. I am going to give it a good amount of fresh ground black pepper, like so. We'll give it one more minute on the stove here, just to kind of get that heat going, get them coated. And you can already smell it. Oh, it's so good. We're going to serve this with a little bit of steak tonight. But like I said, we did this at Christmas and Thanksgiving with turkey. Goes great with ham. A beautiful grilled pork chop on here. A little apple butter or something on it. Okay, so this is going to go into the oven now, and we'll take it out in about 10 to 15 minutes. We'll kind of check it in 10 minutes, see where we're at, and we'll come back and take a look. Okay, so our Brussels sprouts are now out of the oven. They're beautiful and tender the way I like them. I'm not a fan of bitey Brussels sprouts. I do like them fully cooked. And the best way to tell how they're done is to grab yourself a paring knife and then just stick it in the thickest part of the Brussels sprout. And I mean, you can see that goes in nice and easy, so they're just the way I like them. So at this point, we can serve them right away, throw the Parmesan on top, or you can cool them down, put them in an oven-proof dish, keep them in the fridge, and then in a day or two, maybe put like a tablespoon or two of water in, throw them back in a 375-degree oven just to warm them up, and they come out beautifully. Like I said earlier, we used to do these with our take-home dinners for years. People love them, so it is a great make-ahead dish. If you wanted to switch things up a little bit, you could throw a touch of garlic in at the end if you like the garlic. Sometimes I might throw a little bit of chili flakes in here as well. You could even put a splash of cream and throw some pasta in, and then finish it with the Parmesan to make like a little, Guanciale Brussels sprout pasta dish. So that would be a great way to use some of the leftovers if you had some leftovers. But I mean, I enjoy this dish. We've had so much success over the years, not only with the take-home, but in the restaurant. So I hope you take the time to make this for your family. I'm sure they'll enjoy it, and I'm sure it'll make your life a lot easier and make you look like a bit of a kitchen hero.